had a hell of a couple of weeks. Oh boy, do I have some stories to tell you. So, it has been a while since I've had one of these vlogs, hasn't it? Didn't really have much to say right up until, beginning of the month or so. Around then, job decided to let me go, which, it's part of the business. I'm in a union. Eventually, a shop will decide, work slow, we don't need someone, you can go down, send your slip into the hall, and then I just sit home, collect unemployment, and wait until they call me and say, okay, you go back out. And then technical issues started happening. Suffice to say, it's a good thing that they happened while I was out of work, because otherwise it would have been a lot tougher and probably take a lot longer in order to get everything settled in and to get everything fixed. I don't even know how I would have had to. But anyway, let's go into the full story, shall we? Okay, so it started off with issues where for some reason I was starting to hear disconnect and reconnect sounds on my computer. Most notably, for some reason that I couldn't be certain, everything that was connected via USB would just get a brief interruption. Like, for just a second, it was like it was not connected. Just a second, because it would immediately be reconnected. And I'd hear in my headset the doodle-doodle from something disconnecting and reconnecting. And it would also be noticed from the fact that I just realized sorry about that interruption, but oh yeah. But I would have noticed that for some reason the mic would be momentarily disconnected, and so would the headset and anything else like the external hard drives and everything connected to those external hard drives, because two of them actually have USBs connected with them. All of that would just get a sudden interruption and be disconnected. Really weird. But I could deal with it. I figured I could deal with it till the end of the week. Then, during a stream that I was doing with a friend and fellow VTuber, the issues got even worse, to the point where the camera kind of stopped working and things weren't staying connected. And, okay, this is a problem. So, I spoke with a tech friend of mine who happens to live within distance that they could come see me, and they came out and visited. After a bit of looking around, we found out that the 7-slot USB hub that I had wasn't working right, and everything that was plugged into it was having the disconnect issues and wasn't working right. No idea why. So we disconnected it and thought, okay, nice and easy, I'll have to get a new one, but we can get this working, don't you think? Yeah, we can get it working. It wasn't the solution. In fact, after the issue happened again with the brief disconnects. I should mention, because the reason we went with the USB hub and I immediately pulled the friend out was because the night before I did some reboots, and that was causing the disconnect-reconnect thing to effectively be constant. So I had to leave the PC off for a while. We figured it out with the USB hub, but that didn't fix it. No, not at all. So we had to bring them back out after looking into things a bit and discovering, oh, okay, most likely, I think your motherboard is dying. So it became a lot more expensive, as I spoke with them, to get things fixed. Specifically, I needed to get a new motherboard. But you can't really just get a new motherboard. No, you can't. So we also ended up getting a new CPU, getting a new fan for the CPU, getting some more RAM, getting a new SSD, because of course they needed a new hard drive as well, because I'm still using old hard drives and not just SSDs. Yes, I've been using this for a while. And I wanted to keep everything, and I had to hope that it wouldn't cause problems where I'd have to reinstall Windows and... 2 days. It took 2 days to get all that stuff down here. One day where we actually put everything together, and then they came out another day specifically so that we could get everything installed and get everything working, which it seemed to do. We even got a new USB hub. Guess what? The disconnect issues were still happening. So I had to do more figuring out myself in order to try and get this all straightened out. Eventually, through experimentation and unplugging and replugging and moving things back and forth, I discovered that apparently, for some reason, it was only the things that were plugged into the externals that were causing this issue. And also, I tried getting another USB hub in the process, which had even more problems, so I got a third different USB hub, which was kind of working, except for when I plugged too many things in, when I had too many externals plugged into one, it still had the problems, and I tried swapping things around, and all through this, I only had so many USBs, so I couldn't even get onto VR to try and send in any updates or go onto VR chat in order to have some time, and it was just so much issue. Eventually, by now, I finally seem to have figured it out. The externals and the hard drives all have, I think they're USB 3s. I don't know the exact term. Point is, they have a little bit of blue inside of them. And the ones that are blue, I can only put one of those in the USB hub before it starts drawing too much and having issues sending the information out. Before, with the USB hub, I had all three externals plugged into it, and that didn't actually work out. So, now I have the USB hub with one external plugged into it, and two of the trackers plugged into it. So with that figured out, I thought, okay, finally, things are straightened up. Let me get into VR chat, get into VR for the first time in a while, and film a vlog talking about all this. Would you believe I've been having more problems just getting VR to work? Oh, fortunately, this I managed to figure out in, what is this, like 20 minutes now of unplugging, replugging, plugging into different things, plugging different things in, unplugging and replugging power, all of this to try and get it, and even a reboot, all of this to get this to actually work and not have technical issues getting all the tracking not working. But finally, this is in a good spot. But that's not the only issue I've been having, would you believe it or not? Oh, God. So I started up a new game recently. I decided to try Horizon Forbidden West, because I did Horizon Zero Dawn before, and I figured why not follow it up with the sequel. It was only after doing the full recording that I realized that while I was having lag issues with the game that would momentarily come up but then pass for less demanding situations, I don't think it was necessarily just the game causing the problem, because after I finished the recording, I looked back at the VOD, as I do, and would you believe it, the model basically went from nice and straight and working fine to, at the end, barely moving at all. So I'm going to say that that game is not going to have my little model in the corner. I am not going to be able to work with that. I am hoping that it is still going to be perfectly playable and usable throughout the actual gameplay without the model and VC face taking up any other resources. This has been a month of frustrating technical issues, just trying to deal with all of this. And I had to get all this out. In between all the various streams, some of which I had to cancel because of these other technical issues. Right now, I am just hoping that everything is settled and straightened, and I'm not going to have another thing come up. aside from that whole mess of good God, what the hell, and sitting at home not doing much, things are relatively okay. I think I'm getting close to finishing with War Tales after 10 months, which I honestly didn't expect that. I figured, I'll be able to finish it in like 3, maybe 4 months. No, that game was so big, and I'm a completionist who does everything. It's been taking me so many months because of the rate I go at. And of course, just as I'm approaching the end, guess what? The devs put out an announcement and a roadmap which says, oh yeah, next month, more DLC. Fortunately, the DLC seems to only be adding taverns and the ability to run your own, which is something that isn't exactly massive new maps, so I think I can pass on that. Maybe touching on it if it comes out before I finish, but I think I can pass on that and move on to another RPG. Which I already have an idea which one I'm going to do. I may as well get back onto Pillars of Eternity 2. So that'll be something to work on. And of course, we have the new game in the second slot, which is going fine. Streams with friends have been going on for a while. I have maybe 3 more streams with Zeus with Talos Principle 2, which has been going relatively well. I've been enjoying it. He's been enjoying it. After that, we might take a break from something with ourselves for a while. But I've also been streaming with another friend, Angelica, who is also a VTuber who got into VTubing thanks to me. And we've been doing a game I never expected I'd be playing, Phoenix Wright, which we've been doing together. Apparently, she's never played it. I've never played any of them. I know very little. So we're both going into it mostly blind. Perfectly fine. Works with me. It's a new game to try out. We're doing something together, and I think it's working out fine. We've been doing those on... For the record, those of you who wanted to watch these and didn't know, the streams with Zeus have been happening on Friday nights, and the streams with Angelica have been happening on Thursday nights. So if you want to come on their channels, I'll provide links below in the description if you want to see where they are. Zeus has VODs of his previous things. Angelica doesn't yet, but, well, you'll be able to catch up. Or at least watch what we've done so far if you want to watch the streams on her channel when we do them. Aside from that, there is one other thing that I'm going to mention. I'm going to be doing an extra stream in 2 days because in 2 days, on the 27th, the remaster, whatever you want to call it, of GeneForge 2 comes out. I am not going to play through the entire thing, but I will do one stream on Wednesday, the day it comes out, probably the afternoon. I'd say I'm probably going to aim from 1 to 5, where I'm just going to play for at least a couple of hours, read through things, go through playing it for a while. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully people will show up, enjoy what they see, and hopefully it goes well. I'm only going to play that bit on stream. The rest I'm going to play on my own time when I wish, because that's how I do with games on my own. I want to enjoy it myself. And while I could play it again, the fact is I have already played GeneForge once before, and it is one of the first games I played on the channel. Technically, second game on the channel, so that's all I'm going to do there. Even if it is poor quality at this point. Regardless, that's what's going to happen in the near future. And aside from that, I don't think I really have anything else to say. So, thank you if you have been sticking through this whole video. I don't really have much of a farewell to say, except it has been a hell of a month so far. Actually, no, the month's almost over. It's just been a hell of a month, period. Oh, God. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you did happen to stick around to watch this video, thanks for watching the videos. If you do watch the videos, Thanks for watching the streams. If you watch the streams, thank you to whoever it is who has been putting one like on every single one of my videos again. There were a couple of months where you stopped. Where whoever it was doing it stopped, and then they started again. Unless it was someone else, whoever it is, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yeah. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you all whenever I decide to have another vlog or on the next video or stream or wherever I happen to see you. Till then, ta.